Today I'm going to be talking about stress boredom and how to overcome it. So there are different types of boredom. Stress boredom is usually chronic boredom in that you feel disinterested or you lack stimulation. And it's usually a continual state of discontent. Usually boredom is a normal part of life or a natural part of life. The problem is when it becomes chronic or long term. So in order to overcome stress boredom, you have to understand why it exists or why you have it. Usually it's a feeling of being on edge or unable to relax. So you're very restless and irritable. You struggle to find a purpose or meaning in daily activities, so you don't do them. Usually it's a lack of motivation. It can be hard for some people to stay focused on tasks or stay engaged with them. There can also be mood swings. If you find yourself going back and forth between being bored or being stressed, being frustrated with things. If you've noticed these, it's probably stress boredom. So there's usually underlying reasons for it. Maybe a lack of challenge, unfulfilled needs. Like the more bored you get, the more stressed you feel because you're not doing anything, but you doing nothing makes you stressed. So how to overcome it? There's always going to be multiple ways to overcome it. It just depends on you, so you have to find something that works for you. A good way is to find what triggers your boredom. If you identify the triggers, you can develop strategies to minimize their impact. Seeking out new opportunities, new hobbies, new challenges, it helps stimulate your mind. A few examples would be like learning a new language, finding a new creative hobby like jewelry making, crocheting, maybe going outside and exploring nature. Finding something that brings joy and fulfillment, but also that can be done frequently. Like, I'm not going to say, like, oh, go to a state park that's across the country. Finding something that's easier to do consistently. Practicing mindfulness is important too. Being aware of where you are, being aware of your thoughts and your emotions. Mindfulness helps reduce stress. It can help you stay calm. It can also help you be resilient in the face of boredom. I made a video about mindfulness before, but some types of mindfulness could be meditation, deep breathing, body scans. I would also say like gratitude could also be one of them. Another way is to set goals. I've also made another video about goal setting, but just making clear and achievable goals that are maybe short-term, maybe build up to a longer-term goal, having personal or creative goals, something that will make you want to do something consistently. Your sense of fulfillment and motivation helps overcome boredom and stress. Another way is connecting with people, being involved with, your friends, your family, building up social support. It can be good for your mental well-being, but also you might not be bored. It's just going to help you overcome boredom, just being able to talk to someone. Engaging in activities with other people, maybe going out and having a nice craft date with your friends. Being able to come out of your comfort zone is also another way. Sometimes our boredom is because we do stuff repetitively, and practicing self-compassion. So being kind to yourself and recognizing that boredom and stress are natural experiences and that it happens to everyone. Sometimes we're really harsh on ourselves about not doing anything, or sometimes I know when I'm like bored, I'm like, I should be doing something productive, and you can get really mean to yourself about it. Practicing self-compassion is just a nice way to be more kind to yourself and think about how you would talk to a friend and have empathy towards yourself like you would a friend. And obviously, if it's chronic, if you've tried all these things and it still doesn't work, getting professional help. In previous videos, I've talked about reaching out and getting professional help. It's very important if you still continue to struggle. If you've tried everything and you still continue to struggle, they probably have more advanced techniques. I mean, I'm not a mental health professional, so they can really help you with that. And I think it's just important to know that it's never a bad thing to reach out for help. Even if it's maybe going back to being more social and reaching out to friends and family, sometimes that's just the thing. Like, you're not getting enough social interaction. But also being able to reach out to mental health professionals. I understand that not everyone has insurance and whatever, but it takes a lot of courage to identify a problem by yourself, but also to then want to change it, to improve your mental health, but also being able to recognize when you can't do it by yourself is important.